Hey, Pajama Gramma, Horne-Ellstrom here with chronic painkillers prescriptions. I like to share a tidbit of what's worked for me with respect to dealing with chronic pain and killing chronic pain and knocking out of my life once and for all. And so today's topic is this it? Is this it? And is this all I can expect from my life? Is this as good as it's going to get? And the reason I ask this question and why I want to talk about it is because when I was in my early 20s, I'm 58 now and I'm still here, but when I was in my early 20s, I was told by all the experts and all the specialists after years and years of testing and medications and procedures and specialists, within like about a 1 or 2 month period, all of the different medical professions that I was dealing with and seeing pretty much all told me at the same time that this was it. I was bedridden. I wasn't getting out of the house except to, go to doctor appointments or procedures or tests. And, it took my mom and my dad and a whole lot of work and effort to get me to those doctors and procedures and tests. But pretty much I was bedridden and couldn't really do anything. I had no social life. I had no friends. All my friends had gone back to college and were living their happy lives. And I was, in chronic pain with chronic illnesses in bed for the majority of my early 20s. Actually, for all my early 20s. It wasn't until my mid-20s that I started to even get better. And after I got that message from all of my specialists, and this was a time when, and unfortunately still a lot of people believe, that doctors are like gods, and I honestly believed that they were going to figure out what was wrong with me. They were going to tell me what to do. I was going to do it, or they were going to do some miracle drug or surgery or treatment, and I was going to get all better, and I was going to go back to my life as it had been before I became ill. And I was devastated and depressed and sad, and I had to ask myself, is this it? Is this really what my life is going to be? Is this all I get? Is this what I can expect? Is laying in this bed and having people have to take care of me, having my parents have to take care of me, people have to do everything for me? Is this it? Is this all I get? And it was a super sad, super devastating time for me, and fortunately, I had an epiphany or a realization that, okay, that's what these doctors are saying, but my dad always taught us there's no such thing as can't, so I actually inside believed that something else was possible. There had to be something else possible. There had to be something more for me than laying in a bed dying in pain for the rest of my life. That couldn't be all there was. And when I decided that, that's when everything changed. I decided that. I chose not to believe what the doctors and the experts were saying was what was going to be my life. I chose to decide what my life was going to be, not what they said it had to be. I chose to make changes to create the life I wanted, not create the life that they said I was going to have or I could expect. Tony Robbins tells a story about his father-in-law and how he had cancer and the doctors had given him a really short amount of time to live. And they insisted that the doctors did not tell him. And because they didn't tell him, he lived and had a great life for 3 years until he saw a different doctor, and another doctor told him that he was going to die. He had this really bad cancer and that he could only expect to live for another couple weeks. Well, once he got that news and that message, he actually died in like 2 weeks. And I might not have the story exactly right, but the message is the same. Experts will tell us something and we'll believe it, but we don't have to. We get to choose what we're going to do and what we're going to create in our lives, and we don't have to believe anybody else's thoughts, beliefs, feelings about what is possible for our lives, because absolutely positively anything is possible. The doctors that I had back then, I'm sure they would be amazed and surprised and flabbergasted at all that I have done and become and accomplished in my life, because when they saw me, I'm sure their prognosis was accurate for the majority of people. Most people would quit and give up and not do anything and would die. And if I had chosen to believe them and take that path, I wouldn't be here talking to you today, because I would be gone too. So the question is this really all there is? And the answer is absolutely not. It's only all there is. It's only how it has to be if you give in and decide that that's what it's going to be. But you have the power to change it anytime you want. So today's prescription is to ask yourself that question. Is this all there is for me, or am I capable of more? Is there so much more in life and that life has to offer me? Because I guarantee there is. Go out, make it an awesome pain-reducing day, and I will see you soon with another chronic painkillers prescription. Bye.